Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Basketball Wives Season 10, Episode 14. If you were new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples. Welcome back. A little rant before we get into this review. Whose idea was it to split the seasons up into twos? I do not appreciate it. Can we go back to the original format to where we got all the episodes? We maybe have like every once in a while like take a week off or whatever holiday is going on, and then we had a reunion and then we go about our business. This doing 13 episodes, then being off for a few months and then coming back, I do not appreciate that. I don't like it at all because the way my mind is set up, I don't remember all the storylines that was going on, and then when I got to come back and I don't want to go back to what I had already watched, so now I got to sit here and try to, hopefully my mind will pick up on what's going on so I can get this review together. Anyway, on to the review. Jennifer, she is, happy with her new boo Jelani. Y'all know she has had a string of bad luck when it comes to men. Her ex-husband, Eric, the one with the little knot on the forehead, yeah. And the one that threw the drink on her, bad relationship all the way around. She got with Tim Norton, I think that's what his name was, from Welcome to Sweetie Pies. He seemed like a good doing all that stuff until they broke up and he became a stalker. The next thing you know, he was out here unaliving his nephew. I can say that and not allegedly because I looked up and it said he was found guilty. No, you know what? I'm going to still say allegedly. He allegedly unalived his nephew for the insurance money. But yeah, so having situations like that will probably make you not want to be in a relationship, with a man anytime soon. But, Jelani, he's checking off all the right. He's nice. He treats me with, that's the same thing. He sends me flowers. He ain't turned crazy as of yet. So now it's time to meet his mama and his daddy. And they want to know her intentions with their son and his babies are going to, are they thinking about having babies? My thing is, and I do not want to seem like I am being ageist. I don't want to age shame a woman. But I have a question. Is Jennifer still in the age range where she can have kids naturally? And I say that because I know that after a certain age, the woman becomes a high-risk pregnancy. So I'm just asking. Now, I'm saying this as a 37, almost 38-year-old woman myself. So I would know, even though I'm not having no kids, that at my age, it would be, high risk. But I don't know if she's at that. I'm not trying to call her old, but, can she naturally, with no intervention at all, have kids? Is my question. But she seems to like his mama and daddy. She seems to like him. He seems like the cuckoo. So they're together. I do apologize. I know I keep on saying that I'm going to get that doggone smoke detector battery fixed. Then I always forget. And it don't never beep until I'm doing a video. That's husband in the background laughing about something he has already watched. Moving over to Malaysia. She has finally decided that she going to put her ex-husband on child support. Now, y'all know at the beginning of the season, every time you turned around, Malaysia was complaining about how Gennaro Sr. was not paying his child support and how all the duties of the children go to her. School activities, school clothes, feeding them, housing them, all of those things were put on her lap, but yet she didn't want to put him on child support. So now she done decided, you know what, why am I just letting him slide by without doing what he is supposed to do? You are legally bound to do this. And even if you wasn't, these are your kids, you're supposed to be taking care of them. But somehow, he didn't send her, I don't say somehow, but he had sent her a cease and desist. So she won't be saying he not paying child support. And she didn't got it in her mind that somebody had to have told him because they had not aired what they had talked about yet he already know that she's thinking about putting him on child support or was talking about him not paying his child support. So she want to go on the list of who done told what. But my thing is it the fact that somebody told him before he was able to see it himself is why you're mad? Because if you're on TV with the camera, if you're in front of a cameraman and you have a microphone on and you're telling people that your ex-husband is not paying child support, he's going to find out. But this is like somebody went behind your back and told him and he didn't get to see it for himself. Is that why you're mad? I'm kind of confused. Moving over to Brooke, Brady, and British, they meet up. And Brooke tells them that it was her woman's intuition that led her to finding out that her husband was cheating. Like something in her was telling her something is not right. So he left his phone open, and that was like an open invitation to her. And when she looked at it, she seen all the messages and all the things that he was talking to with whoever he was talking to. And she woke him up out his bed and like, look at here, what is going on? I got my phone. Well, I got your phone. And I done seen all these messages what you just sent to this particular young lady. What you got to say about that? And he couldn't really say nothing because the proof was in the pudding. Now, besides the cheating on her, that was bad enough. But they have been going through IVF so they can have a child together. And IVF ain't cheap. And it takes a toll on the body. Like, when we doing this and, hopefully it's going to happen and then don't. And then you got to go over the process again. You got that and then you got to find out that your husband is cheating. But Brooke said that she wants to get a divorce. Brandy, I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into this, but it was giving off like, girl, I know he cheated, but you just gonna give up on your marriage and go toward a divorce because he was cheating. It was like, are you feeling some type of way because you forgave your husband from all the times he cheated on you? But Brooke, she was basically like, why do I want to be with a man who couldn't keep it in his pants, then who could not be faithful to me? And the look on Brandy's face was like, well, that's what I did, so was there something wrong with me? And I know I could be doggone reading too much into it, but I was getting that vibe this whole episode from Brandy, like, you gonna let a little thing. She didn't say that, but her facial expressions was giving that, and the things she was saying was kind of giving off, you gonna, like, let a little thing like cheating mess up your marriage. That's what I was getting. So the ladies decide, let's cheer Brooke up because her husband is cheating on her. Let's have a party. They're having a conversation, and Brooke says that she has not talked to her husband. And Brandy feels that when she's ready, she owes him a conversation. See, these are the words she was saying, like, and Brooke was like, what do you mean I owe him a conversation? I don't owe him anything. He owes me everything. He's the one that cheated on me. But, she tried to clean it up. It's like, well, it's for you. You're having a conversation with him. You owe him a conversation for you. She cleaned that up real good, but it was like, he's your husband. You owe that to him. That's what was coming off. And Brooke and I felt that same way too. Well, I shouldn't say that, but the look on her face, like, I don't owe him nothing. And I'm like, yeah, she don't owe him nothing. But Brandy had to clear it up, like, no, it's for yourself. Malaysia's like, girl, just take your time. And if you decide to stay, that is fine. And she's like, Gennaro had cheated on her. And it wasn't just the cheating that caused their divorces. They couldn't come back together after the cheating. Again, I apologize. My husband was in the back. It sounds like he is moaning in pain. I guarantee you he's not. He is just laughing about whatever he's watching on his phone. Yeah, so Malaysia's like, take your time. If y'all can find your way back together, that's good. But if you can't, then that's it. Now, I don't know if Jackie was drunk or she just feels she needed to say anything. Because, Jennifer, she, popped in and was like, yeah, I got cheated on too. And Jackie was like, well, what was going through your mind when your ex-husband threw that drink on you? Now, I'm like, Jackie, why would you say that? But then, Acquired minds want to know. Because when he threw that drink on her, I'm going to see if I can get a picture so I can put it up right about here. It was like she was being baptized with the drink. It was like so much drink came out of that little video glass. And when you seen her after the fact, it was like she was drenched. I was like, how did that much liquid cause that much on her? I was like, well, dang. Okay, where we at? Okay. Malaysia and what's her name? Brandy, they talk because Brandy's like, something's off with you. I can tell. I can always tell when you're off. And she was basically like, Gennaro is telling me that I'm basically somebody in this group been talking to Gennaro and was it you? It's the way Brandy, it's the way she phrased it to make me not totally believe her, because she said, I don't personally talk to Gennaro. And I'm like, me, I was like, no, I ain't told him nothing. But I haven't personally talked to him makes it seem like you specifically did not tell him. But you may have told your husband who have told him. I don't know how your husband and Gennaro's relationship is. I don't know, really don't care. But it's the way she said, I haven't personally talked to Gennaro. It's like, I, out of my mouth, did not tell him, but I told somebody who told him, so I can keep my hands clean on the situation. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into some things. I tend to do that when I really shouldn't. I should just take things for face value. But it's just like, when people phrase things a certain way, I start doing the side eye. But yeah, so y'all, oh yeah, Angel, I don't know if she had the baby yet at this time, or they waiting to have the baby. She was not on this episode. British, she, at this time, she ain't on the house arrest and nothing like that. But, it's looking like next week they gonna try to put her on the house arrest. Yeah, that's what I'm telling people. I don't know what kind of situation she got herself into, but I know in like early 2021, my little cousin was talking to my grandma because she didn't heard from somebody that the government was giving out these loans and you didn't have to pay them back. And I'm trying to explain to her that when it is a loan, that means you have to pay it back. But she's like, no, this girl, she told me she did. I was like, I don't know what she done, but when the word loan is involved, that means you have to pay it back. Don't be stupid and doing whatever she was doing. She may have got a PPP loan and think she ain't got to pay it back. But that's for people who had businesses. And then people who didn't have businesses thought, hey, I want some money too, so I'm going to be out here lying, saying I got this business and all these employees. And next thing you know, y'all going to buying all these expensive things. And then the government gonna come back and they gonna be looking at you like you did this illegally. We want our money and we want you in jail. So yeah, I don't know what she did. So it's looking like they may have been. I don't know. We gonna wait to see what happens. Y'all